Um, Today I want to show you guys how my watering system for the macadamians is working. I have a dripper system. In the previous week, um, one of my neighbors in the area, he has some cattle, and normally he come and cuts the grass. See, still grass this side he has to cut as well. Top side I'm gonna burn. This bottom side he's gonna come cut as well. So he's doing me a big favor of cutting the grass, so then I save a lot of diesel. So he come takes the grass, and the short grass is still good enough for my horses. And yes, then he can feed his cattle, and I can have my grass short, so it looks neat. It's still not perfect. You'll see there's a lot of grass in between the trees. I have a new guy that's coming to work for me from the 1st of April as a piece job, so then I can learn him and show him to cut the grass between the trees. But for now I'm very happy with that. So I want to show you guys the watering system that I have here. It's my old dam that's not been used for the last 20 years. So what I have here is my 5,000 tank. You can hear it's full of water. So I just open the tap. Over here you'll see I have my filter system. So my filter, and then my tap that goes to this tap goes to the trees. So I just open it here, and then I start my pump. So after I start my pump, just want to make sure there's a tap here, that this tap here is closed. Just want to close this one here. Boochies. Close the gate for the pooches. I see we had some tarantala here, some birds and stuff. I don't want to can see dripper watering the tree. So this is an 8 liter per hour, so it works in a range of pressure. I think the max pressure is 4 to 5 bar, and the minimum pressure is 1 bar. So in that range it will only give 8 liters per hour, not even 1 drop more. That's what they say. I trust that. But this is 8 liter per hour. You get different types. So some farmers can have a 1 liter per hour, and then they can give 24 hours. Or in my case, I have 8 liter and I give for 2 hours. So I give 16 liters of water in 2 hours. And yeah, that on. So that's normally what I give now at this stage. It depends on the rain as well. The last few weeks we had some good rain. We didn't have rain for 2 days now. My type of ground that I have here, it drains very fast. So it's not a type of ground. I know a lot of macadamia farmers will say it must have some ground cover to keep it from the soil, the sun not drying out the soil, and it will help the trees, and I'm sure it's helping. Why I don't want to have ground cover, it is for fires, field fires. At this stage, even the short grass in the winter month, if it burns and it's windy, it burns. So I don't want any matter that can burn, plastic or nothing that can burn here. So at the later stage, when the trees get bigger, the one I have, it gives a lot of shade, and the shade it makes, see that one is wet. See, it's a lot of grass still have to be cut between the trees. So then every week I work full time still, from Monday to Friday. Work 9 hours. Plus traveling, so every morning standing up 5 o'clock, going to work at 6 and getting home at 6 o'clock, and then to look after the family and make food and for the next day as well. So after all my drawers are done, then I can start attending to all the other stuff. So this, if it don't rain, then I'll give every second day. On this tree, you can see it start getting some lice. The ants are carrying the lice. They're putting the lice onto the. You can see in the bottom of this leaf, you see that little dots there. So the ants are bringing the lice. This tree, it was a bit windy. It was much longer, so it's breaked off. There's the piece. You can see that breaked off. So there's a few of them, not a lot, 1 or 2. So yeah, this one I'll come and give some poison for the lice. I just use saponitrine. It's a very common type of for anti-lice. And now as the trees get bigger, you can't just give any type of poison. So I'm very careful for that. This one is making nice new leaves. See, there's still a lot of big trees, or the roots that I still have to get out of the way. See, some of the trees, like this one, is standing still. There's no new leaves. You can see there was some insects eating the leaves, but it looks healthy to me. Other leaves looks healthy. So you get this, you'll see a lot of trees there, and then you go to the next one and you'll see there's new leaves, and then next week it's turned around. Next week this one will stand, and then the other one will grow. This bottom row of mine where I'm in now is the A4s. So I have a few A4s. When I bought the trees, I didn't have enough of the Bohemians that I'm using. So this variant here is the A4. But my research I've done about it normally say the A4 need a little bit more water and more attention. And there's a little spider there. You can see, where's my finger? Right there, there's a goat spider. There's a lot of insects, so I just don't want to. I don't know, a lot of big farms, they just spray some poison, and I feel bad sometimes if I'm killing, especially like the praying mantises. I like them a lot, so I try not. Obviously sometimes it happens, you spray some poison or you give poison. So you can see this, this trees was a bit smaller when I planted them, and you can see there on the edge, those ones there are A4 as well. So this row and those few there are my A4s, and then from the larger one there, about all of this, you can see these trees are a lot higher. There's still a lot of grass that needs to be cut over here. See, this one's a lot higher. The drippers, sometimes they go down a little bit. Just must pick them up. Here you can see some sort of weed grows around. So I just pick it up. So yes, there you can see how nice the drippers. All of them are the same, giving them the same amount of water. And if I give nutrients, all of them gets the same amount of nutrients. Now basically, this week, if I can tell you a bit more of my life story. See, this one is a bit faulty. Sometimes there's an ant or something going in there. So then I just have to, if it lies in the ground, see there, just open it up. So I don't want to let the drippers. Now you get some. Actually, I must just make I started making for the newer ones, or the other ones, a wire. When I've done this, I still learned not of just tying them around the stick, but obviously the stick, it doesn't, and there's some weed there as well. The stick, when they cut it, it was still a bit wet, so the size and stuff changes, and it goes down, and when the dripper lies in the ground, it doesn't. But if I come back to my life experience, if I can measure it off about farming, this week a lot of people are moaning, some of them moaning about their jobs. Some of my family members, one was in for a back operation, and then his partner that has to look after him complains about how hard it is to do all the stuff at home. And then basically what it comes down to, there's a lot of harder stuff. I just want to move this one up. My man can't do two stuff at once. Basically it comes down to all of us have challenges. See this one. All of us have different challenges, just like each tree, standing at a different place, between different grass, fighting different types of lice. Some of us have a good moment this week, like this one had a good week. Look, all the new leaves so this tree had a better week. You can see for a long time it standing still, nothing happening, and then this week it had a good week. You can see the new branches coming out of it, new leaves. So that's how our life is working as well. We have challenges, we have all the stuff we have to work, we have to, and each one think our problems are the worst problems you can have. Each one think just my problems are it's almost the end of the world. I'm tired, I can't carry on. And it's difficult. Like you see the one tree, it's difficult. That tree break down. The the wind blew and the top part of the tree broke down. And it made some new branches, and it's still going on and growing, and that is how our lives are shaped. That is Jesus putting us each on a different course. Not one of these trees are the same. Not one of them looks the same. So not one of them problems. Each one has different challenges. Each one, not one of are exactly the same height. You can some have more sun, some are more privileged, like myself. See, this one, the stripper is lying right inside the ground. It's not good. So basically, put it into easy words, each of us have challenges. Yes, some of us challenges are thinking, yes, this is the end of the world for us. Can't carry on. Please, Jesus, just take away this challenge. Just take away all this stuff. But Jesus has a plan for each and every one of us. He put us on a certain route for us to grow in our own way. And like these trees, not one of them are bearing fruit yet. But at a certain stage, I'm sure they're gonna carry a lot of fruit. And myself as well. Nothing is perfect. This grass are not cut perfect. This ground is not level. If you go Google Macadamia farms, yeah, it's much nicer than this. It's like the same with people that don't farm. Your neighbor's car is much nicer. Your neighbor's house, much nicer. And I don't say don't strive for that. Strive, yes, strive in doing your best. Every day, work as hard as you can. So you can say in the end of the day, I tried my best. I've tried my best, doing my best. You see this tree, it's an example. It had a rough couple of weeks. It made some new branches. You see there's some it looks like spider web, but what I realized is sometimes it's a worm, and when this worm comes out, it eats all the leaves. So this one, it needs a little bit of poison, a TLC from my side. So this one, it grew nice, made some new branches, and now it's at a difficult place. But what I've learned next week, it makes some so I can go this one had even a rougher week. You can see this even hanging, these branches. Maybe I just have to look here at the water. This water supply is coming out good. See, I have to make new stuff so it doesn't fall down into the ground. See, this week, this one had a good week. So not all of them had good weeks. So this one had a good week, but next week there's a lice on it. And every week are different, every day are different. So what I to say to people, please, there are people every day going to bed hungry. There are mothers who aren't able to feed their kids. There are a war in Ukraine and Russia. Dads, husbands, fathers, grandfathers fighting. Basically fighting for what? For your land? Yes, you fight for it. I'm not sure. I can't say exactly why you're fighting for. It's maybe pride. Still your country, your home. And if I'm in that situation, I would fight as well. And the Russians, I don't know, why do they want to make war? Why want to fight? See, people they don't, let's say, let the sun, want the sun to shine on its neighbor or his friend or his country. I don't understand why not. But yes, the devil has a big influence on it. See, this one is basically starting to fall over. So sometimes I just had to help them pick it a little bit up. Actually, no, the drive in the ground, luckily. And there it's actually, I must go fetch my hammer. And I must go hit it a bit in. So I'll go fetch my hammer and poison after this video. And I'll just take the hammer and give it a few good smacks on the top, and we'll be going into the ground. So this one, something is not correct there. You can see something inside. I'm just really gonna suck on this. So I just want to remove this, so I only have one hand. See, it's giving enough water, so it's not the water supply that's the problem. So sometimes I don't want to make my phone wet with the waterproof phone. So, okay. Just cleaned it out a little bit. There it's going. But basically it had a good week as well. If you have new leaves, I think, look at the beautiful new leaves. You had a good week, this tree. Yeah, still, yeah, took some droppers and put some droppers with a Coke or a cool drink bottle over it, so the guy with the tractor can see. Mustn't run over this and damage his equipment. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm gonna do a little bit of prayer for all of us. Our Father in heaven, please go with every one of us and let us be grateful for what we have. I know there's a lot of challenges in the life. I have a lot of challenges, and each time our challenges are different, are not the same. So we can't say this one complains about his job, or this one complains about looking after the sick one, or somebody complains they're hungry. Sometimes it's our own mistakes and our own stuff we've done in our life that are the reason for it. Sometimes it's not our own reason, it's our neighbor's reason for wanting to make war with us, or want to steal, and tend to on the devil that helps our neighbor, or gives us neighbor feel to do the bad stuff. But basically it comes down, each of us don't have a perfect life, even if it looks perfect. It's not perfect. Please go with us and be grateful for what we have. If we're grateful for what we have, it's like giving water to our souls. With the water we can make new trees. If we're grateful, we receive your water and we receive your blessings. So let us be grateful, please, for every little bit we have. Even if we have nothing and we have only 1 gram or 1 slice of bread, let's be grateful even for that. And now it's easy for us to say, yes, be grateful for what we have. If we have a lot, I know I have a lot. Please let people Be grateful. Go with all the people that don't have a lot, especially old people and children that can't look after themselves, the sick ones. Please bless them so somebody can help them. Somebody can fix their dripper so the water can come out and they can grow and make new leaves and look after themselves. And let them learn, after they're looking after themselves, to do the same for their neighbors or their friends or their family members. Thank you for everything you gave us. Please keep on blessing us all, bless the world, and bless the people that work hard. We ask it in Jesus' name. Amen. So yeah, thank you guys for this week's video. So please be grateful and go out and do your best. Thank you.